Ooh, hello there, my fellow theme park designers. Good Times with Scar here, and welcome back to Sci-Fi versus the Wild West. And we're here on our brand new log flume ride where we have all this beautiful scenery and, of course, mountains, which we created in our last episode, which I can't be more excited about. I think it came out very, very awesome. So let's jump out of our vehicle and take a look at our overview. Look at our score. I don't know. Is that good? It's way up from what it was. It was down to about 800 or so when we started with scenery. And now it's looking decent, but I don't know if that's a good number or not. So you'll have to let me know. And it's just incredible to see how this has all come out. When we were about halfway through it, I was pulling my hair out in frustration because it was just taking days and days to build these mountains and then do the scenery where, you know, once we kind of dive right in here, we can see just all the intricate details. We have all of our beautiful stumps. We've got our archways. Of course, our little camp here, which I have some ideas for today's episode, which I'm excited about, really kind of adding some interactive show elements in that area. And then over here, we have our kind of our logging fields with all the stumps and the flume going down. Now, you guys have given me some great suggestions in the last video's comments, like an overturned steam train. That sounded really cool. Also, maybe using the anvil as a stump, which I had not thought of that. So we're going to test that out, of course. And look at this guy. Oh, doesn't that look fun? Man. All right, so let's see here. Where do we want to start today? Let's start over here, and we'll take a look at the queue after this. So right here, we're going to build some interactive show elements. And I had this idea, and I'm kind of excited to see if this is going to work out. So let's jump into our scenery tab, and let's hit our Western. Look at that. We got it all done in the first try. So you see these things? The iron boiler, and what's this thing? Iron boiler small. So I think we can start kind of combining these elements to create some form of, you know, saw that's cutting through the logs and in theory, cutting through you because, well, you are the log after all. So let's see what we've got here. What I want to do is I'm going to bring it into this spot here. I looked all around. I was trying to find like the perfect spot. And I think this is a good one right before you go down into that section right there. So that's why I think this is going to be the best spot. So what I'm going to do is I'm just kind of nestle it in, maybe right here. Let's give it just a little height. There we go. Awesome. Okay. And then this big old thing, the firebox. Yes, right. Let's get that thing in there. So what I was doing was when I was looking at these items and trying to figure this out, kind of bringing it down like that, covering up that logo right there. There we go. And I think that's fairly in the center. Very good. Very good. And then this thing, the boiler, we're going to stick that right on top. Let's give it a little height. There we go. Now, the reason I'm going to give it a little height is that I really want this device right there. That's kind of the key to this whole design that I've come up with. All right. And then what's this? Chimney. Ah, perfect. I'm going to stick that, give that thing right in there. Come on. Actually, probably not going to have it come up super high. I'm going to give it just a little room. Beautiful. Awesome. Now, thinking about this right here, I think we could do some smoke coming out of there, right? That would look really cool. And also, there's these little gears that maybe we could put on the sides, and we have to rotate these. Oh, I like that one. That was really cool. But I know what you're waiting for. You're waiting for the saw. What does that look like? I don't know because I can't find it. Oh, saw. Where are you? Oh, here it is. There it is. So this is the thing we got to figure out is height-wise. This is what I was concerned about. Because if it's like way up here, yeah, it's going to work, but it's not going to give us the same feeling that our heads are going to get chopped off. So maybe, oh, look, we can get really low. Oh, that's good. That's good right there. Okay, next thing, I need something to stick out of here. And I don't think, okay, what is that? Oh, yeah, that's not going to work. Maybe this. So this is metal, but there's these other things. Now, these are actually, what's this? Oh, I don't know what, it's kind of on an odd angle, so I'm not exactly sure what that does, but let's take this big one, and it's perfect because it matches these colors, whereas these were kind of a steel color, or like a nice silver, but this is gonna be perfect. So if we can get it into that spot, like right there, bam. Oh, it's still just a little shy. Oh, is there a slightly bigger one? I just need like a little bit more. Just like a couple inches more would be great. I could double it up like that. Give me 1 second. There we go. Quite a few adjustments, and I think I've got it. Now, next thing we need to do is get the saw, and I think it's gone. It's gone again. There it is. So you might be wondering about this thing being kind of hovering above the ground right here. I've got an idea for that. So don't worry about that. So let's get this thing right here, okay? So there's it like on a flat plane, but I kind of want to freak people out. And I think the best way of freaking people out is going vertical like this. So if we can get in the right spot, Let me try that one more time. There we go. Grab that and a boom and bam. There we go. There. Oh my gosh, that is so scary. That is so scary. Oh my gosh. If I saw that, yeah, that's scary. That is exactly what we want. Next, the final touch here before we move into kind of the support structure around this is the smoke. And where can I find the smoke? Because I never seem to find it. Smoke, where are you? Let me see. Let's see, that's oil spray. It would be kind of funny if this thing was kind of shooting out oil in a spot. That might be kind of cool. But I think we're going to probably... Oh, sparks. What does sparks look like? Oh, no, that's amazing. What if we... Oh, I got a great idea. Put this inside here. So there is like some sparks, a little bit of smoke, you know, coming out of here. But the question is, how can we get it in there convincingly so it doesn't look... Oh, that is great. That is great. All right, let me find the smoke here. Tell me that doesn't look amazing. Look at it chopping the people. Very cool. I think the sparks are what happens right there. What I'm considering a little extra detail is potentially a little bit of water disturbance right here, acting as if it's spinning so fast it's creating a little bit of air turbulence, which is stirring up the water. I think would look pretty cool. All right, let's see here. Let's just drop a giant pirate ship right here. No, just kidding. What I'm looking for actually is these little docks. And I've been thinking about sticking these under here, kind of acting as just a little bit of support. Now, the question is, there's about 2 different options, and I think what I'm going to do is maybe do a combination. That's right, do a little bit of a combination here. And let's see, what was the other option? This one, right? Oh, yeah, oh, that one's cool. Yeah, definitely. Let's do this one. And we're going to stick it out to about right there. How's that look? Decent, it's decent. Let me give this one just a couple little adjustments here. And let's pull it out just a little bit. Let's bring it down so it can fit here and pull it out so I can have some room to place some objects on it. Now this one is a little low and I like to kind of keep it in line with the other. So let's bring it into alignment with that one. Actually, we might, this one's actually being a bit of a stubborn fella. Let's move it over here like that. Huh. Why you be the way you are today? This one's a little grumpy today, guys. Don't. He's just grumpy today. He's just grumpy. Oh, you little fella are a real little stickler for the details today, aren't you? Okay, are you going to be... Oh, no, you're not happy there, but you're happy right here. Can I go up a little higher? Okay, are you going to be happy? Okay, he's going to be happy, guys. There we go. Okay, all right, that's what I'm trying to get. You know, a couple little levels, this thing. All right, I'm going to get a little bit more finicky with the details. I'm going to push this up to be somewhat in alignment with the other one. There we go. Okay, perfect. I'm loving it. What do you guys think? I mean, I might add some tools and some chests and some, you know, barrels here, but for the most part, that thing is pretty cool. We got the sparks going, we have the smoke, and if you're coming down this way and you see that thing sparking away, whew, that thing's pretty scary. All right, so let's sneak our way down here and look at the queue. So I've been working on the queue down here, and as you can see, it's expanded quite a bit. So originally it kind of went out this way and went, bam, right into the pathway. But I've given it a little bit of a nature trail, and it's really increased my rating. So I've got a 98% rating for our scenery, and of course our ride percentage is, what is that, 5 stars and 1,347 points. I like that. I don't know if that's good. Remember, you got to tell me if that's good or not, or if we can improve it. I would like to get 1,500. That's right. I'm going to get up to 1,500. I don't know how, but I'd like to get up there. But yeah, this is the area I want to start working in and adding some details, along with adding a proper station. So that is our main goal today, is to build out a proper station and to finish out all the details in this area. Also, maybe make a porta potty. That's right. This area needs a porta potty. I found this little spot I think I like for maybe a battle. That's right. Maybe we could get some of our little cowboy guys up here kind of shooting at each other. I think would look really cool. I love this spot right here. I kind of added some of these rocks so it looked like they were kind of just over the track a little bit. So I think that's pretty nice. But right here, that's where we're going to go. So why don't we jump into our scenery one more time. Wrap out our Western style. There we go. And then let's grab down to all. Come on. There we go. Awesome. Okay. So we have 4 different versions. So cowboy quick draw. Okay. Cowboy cover shot. I don't know what any of those mean. Let's see. Cover shot and angry shot. Dude, we got to go with angry shot, of course. Let's put angry shot guy over here. Oh, it's Angry Shot Guy. I love Angry Shot Guy. Okay, all right, we put Angry Shot Guy there. And how about this guy? He's the quick draw. Quick draw. I don't know about quick draw with Angry Guy. Oh, this one's better. Because this one's kind of like sneaking around, and that guy's angry because he's got the high ground. He's sneaky. Oh, I know why he's angry. That guy's got the most amazing shoes. Look at those things. He's got those little spur things on the back. Okay, yeah. All right, we now know why Angry Guy is so angry. Okay, perfect. So we got that guy up there. Question. They're both wearing the same clothes, actually. Can this guy get a vest? Because if he had a vest, I think it would be good. Let's see. I'm going to try something. I almost thought, hold on. Okay, I thought if you place one down, it was giving you different clothes each time. Never mind, never mind. But what does this look like? Say you're on your little vehicle and you're turning the corner. Oh, you see Angry Guy. The Angry Guy shoots that guy and he pops up. Oh, that's so good. That's so good because then he pops up. Oh, that's amazing. That came out really, really nice. Now, can one of these guys like trigger an effect maybe? Oh, actually that's true. There are some things. Wait, art samples. I don't know what you want from me. Let's see. Let me deselect that. Let's go into our special effects. This one, I think there's like a ambush speaker. So why don't we set our ambush speaker down like right there. All right, and then we'll go over here. See, look at this. This is really cool. There's all these different sound options here. Rowdy Pirate Tavern. That's not what we're gonna choose, but it sounds amazing. Let's see what it listen. I'm not getting anything. What a disappointment. Rowdy Pirate Scene, no good. But where is the, I know there's like a Canyon Brawl or something. Oh, Canyon Battle, there it is. Can you hear anything? You can hear a little, I heard a horse. By the way, can we say something about the Western scene? Why is there no horse? Why is there no buffalo animatronic? Come on, Planet Coaster, we love you, but we need a horse and we need a buffalo and an elk animatronics. Wouldn't that be really cool for our nature area? Here, let's take a look at our queue. So what I'm talking about is this, say, I just built this, by the way. Looks amazing, right? Say we have like a buffalo or an elk or maybe a bear animatronic like we had the cowboy guys. You know, if we could put those in and around back here, wouldn't that be really cool and really add a lot to the area? I feel like it would. Yeah, Planet Coaster developers, please. We need that. All right, but anyway, I made a little scene right here. So I think that's looking fairly nice. And let's jump over and take a look at our statistics. Didn't we bump that? Wasn't it like 46 at some point? Like I don't know. I think it was. I think we bumped it. We did bump the scenery for the queue, of course, but I almost feel like that was 46. What do you guys think? Was it 46? I can't remember, but kind of have the feeling it was. Okay, so time to build. That's right, it's time to build. So what we need to do is build a sawmill. And I don't know the first thing about building sawmills within this game. And it's gonna take a little bit. So if I remember right, we can go to a building set and we can go down to Old West and potentially even mix in a little rustic. I don't even know what the rustic is, but I'm gonna do it anyway. But yeah, so we do something like that. I think we could get something really cool here, but it's gonna take a lot of trial and error to get to a point where we can build something right here. So I'm gonna do an extensive amount of testing, but until then, I gotta show you guys something really quick. These are the modifications I have made to our cutter machine, if you will. I can't think of a better word. I added that little pump down there so it really looks like this thing's sawing so fast and it's creating so much little air turbulence in the area. It's really roughing up the water. Got this little wheel turning on the backside. Got lots of extra little decorations here and there. I think that looks pretty cool, right? Like that's awesome. I think that came out really cool. But like I said, it's time to build that sawmill. And I really need to figure out how to do this. And welcome back. Got a little bit of progress. It doesn't look great, so don't judge it too harshly yet. But as you can see, I've got kind of a base structure built up, trying to build around some of the landscape. This kind of is a lesson learned that potentially build your structure before your landscape is probably the better way of doing this. Also kind of doing it slightly elevated. This station is like a little bit off of the ground, which is making it a little bit difficult to fit some of the pieces. Like right here together, there's nothing that I can find to fit in this spot. My knowledge of actually actually building structures within this game is very limited. And I just need to kind of dive into this and really kind of practice and test things out a little bit more. I've a little bit more spent time with the landscaping, you know, getting all these beautiful cliffs and stuff along those lines built up. But this is a learning process. It's definitely a learning process. So let's kind of talk about the details. So if we can start getting some windows and things of that nature built in there. Now this spot right here, I'd like to have somewhat of a little bit of a tower built up right here. And then right here, I'd like to do something similar to what we did up on the hill with a boiler, you know, having some mechanical things moving. So I think that would look really nice. Now, one thing I got to show you real quick, and let's jump out of our editing tool here and go over to our statistics. Did our rating go down? I'm gonna have to review the footage, but I think our rating went down. Maybe not, maybe I might be crazy, but I'm just a little bit crazy about it because I really want it to be 1500 and I don't know how to get it any higher. If you can think of anything to make my rating get to 1500, I'd love you for it, and I'll see you in just a minute. Now that is a shape of a building I can live with. I've gone back and forth a million different shapes and designs, and I think this is the one that we're gonna choose. Now, where we're going to start to change it up a bit is potentially add like a little bay over here where, I don't know, maybe logs are being, you know, pushed outwards, or it could be a boiler, similar to what we did up on the hill. But like I said, I think changing out some of these designs up here into some other form of wood, so slightly different shaped wood pieces, I think would add a nice contrast to the upper level. Now, I would like to create something right here, maybe even change these pieces up right here. But yeah, I'm actually fairly happy with this. In the interior, it looks kind of cruddy, but I think we can make it look fairly nice. And I think it's getting that log mill shape. We just got to add some more details, maybe even a water wheel over here. Lots of logs and all of those wonderful things. But let's take a look over here for a second. I'm trying to find a place for our next attraction. So our next attraction, of course, is the Minecart roller coaster. And with this kind of philosophy I always have when it comes to building, you know, themed environments is I don't like attractions just like built over a parking lot. You just got a bunch of roller coasters, supports all over the place. It just takes away from the theme. So when it comes to our next attraction, I'm considering digging a massive hole in this area and then, you know, having the roller coaster kind of, you know, wind around in this hole, and it kind of acts as a giant mine. So I think that might look pretty cool over here. It's kind of similar to, if you remember, the original Roller Coaster Tycoon actually had something very similar to that. And I think we could do something like that over there, looking very, very nice. Now, over in this spot right here, I almost consider maybe adding some more of the generic themed attractions. You remember, if we jump over to our ride panel, you can see there's lots of these attractions that really aren't themed to one thing or another, like the Ferris wheel or the, you know, a merry-go-round can fit within a fantasy feel. And this, of course, looks like something out of Tomorrowland, so we're going to definitely save that for there. But some of these attractions, I'm considering doing a few of them over this area. See this little loop? So we did maybe 2 or 3 attractions in this area, and then potentially take a wider pathway out this way, which then branches off into Sci-Fi Land and into Wild West Land, instead of just doing what we did over here, which is kind of connected there. But I'm considering taking the same path material, running it straight out like that, and then branching off a little bit differently. So I think it might actually look fairly cool. And of course, we'll do the train station here and the monorail, of course, for Sci-Fi Land. So there's 2 transport attractions right next to each other. So yeah, that's a little planning ahead of time, and our Sawmill is making progress. So let's start adding some details. Quick progress update. I think things are starting to come together. Got a little step stool right there. Now here's that little loading bay dock that I was talking about. So we did these big barn doors across here, have a little opening right on top. Now this section up here, still a little bit of a work in progress. Maybe we'll do one of those winches, or what's that called, where they have like the thingy at the top and the rope. I don't know, but something right there. And then of course the window. Isn't the winch is more of a thing like you put on your truck, I think. I have no idea. I should stop talking. So I think that's coming out pretty cool. We have the, like I said, step stool. Now I need to work on the back a little bit. I want to do something a little bit different over here. This is the exit right here. Maybe just like a long, like decking across here. Maybe some tools, things of that nature all along there. So I think that would look really cool. But other than that, yeah, I think things are finally starting to come together. And welcome back, and we're cruising down the river here in our logging camp in the upper levels of the mountains. And there it is. There is this head chopper right there. Now, if you love this thing, in the comments, type head chopper. That's right. See the music we've got going on there? I love it. Oh my gosh, that is really terrifying, actually. All right, let's jump down because I know what you guys want to see. That's the station. But I want to jump over here and check our statistics. Oh, I actually moved it up 1 point. This was 56, a little, 58. We still got a long ways to go until that is 1500. And please let me know some things that I could do to get that to 1500. But we're getting there 1 point at a time. But let's jump into the details. And our sawmill is nearly complete. Now, of course, there's lots of little things I want to still do here and there, a little touch-up work. But other than that, the major details are established. Now, here at the entrance, I might take some logs and drive them into the ground and maybe do a crisscross thing over here, which I think might look fairly nice, kind of tie in, of course, with the whole logging theme. Do a nice sign up here, but we'll do that in the next episode because we're running out of time today. But look at this nice little trail leading up to the loading docks. So let's zoom in over there. So we got some carts built up along here. Now they got the coffins and stuff. I need to put some more things in these. I'll eventually get to those because I was hoping to use these like sawed off pieces of logs, but they're far, far too big. But let's sneak around the side and look at my absolute new favorite thing on this world. And this is our kind of dried ice fire inside of the kind of the boiler right here with this mechanical wizardry thing that moves and spins. And of course, our saw and a little bit of sparks on top of it. Now, this one's not supposed to be scary. Like you kind of go by it and you're like, ooh, that's kind of scary, but not all the way because it's not going to chop my head off. Whereas the other one, all bets are off up there. But this one's just kind of get you excited. And then when you see that other one, you're like, uh-oh, that's like in my way. And we got extra little pulley things up there. So I think that's looking really nice. By the way, that guy's hair, kind of amazing. Then moving on over here, we've got some windows, got a little furnace over there, door on that side, nice little tent, extra little barrels, details, things of that nature. But yeah, there's still some more things I still want to add to this, but I think that came out pretty darn awesome. And if you enjoyed this, definitely let me know some other things that you might want to see added to it if you have any other ideas. And yeah, so until next time, this has been Good Times with Scar. And I always really appreciate you guys taking the time to watch my videos. And if you believe the video deserved a rating, that would be much appreciated. And until next time, we'll see you later.